and welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie, and last week I saw that Mirrored Beauty now ships to Ireland and I think the Netherlands. I saw it on Instagram. So I saw that they had a limited edition welcome set and I placed an order and it arrived not too long ago in the mail. I'm on my lunch break. I don't have a lot of time, but I thought that this is the perfect opportunity to try out the products because it's kind of a whole minimalist quick makeup, natural makeup approach. And because I have about 30 to 40 minutes, I thought this is the perfect time to try out the products and see how quick and effortless all of it is. Just two quick things before I open the box and try out the products. I'm filming in natural light, so the light may change as the clouds go by. And the second thing is, I smashed my nail recently when I was closing the car door. My thumb got stuck in the car door. So my thumb looks terrible. I'm going to do my best to hide it, but sometimes I can't if I'm applying something. So I'm sorry that you have to see my horrible thumb. It's fine. It's healing. It looks worse than it actually is. But I will do my best to hide it. Let's open this up, and it says makeup you can live in. And it did come with the free signature bag. It said that every first order will get the signature bag. Before I get to that, there is a card here. It says Mirrored, makeup you can live in. And it says impossible to mess up products designed to meet the reality of your daily routine. That's what it says on the back. Here's the little bag. It's really cute. It ties up like this. I've seen it online, and here are all of the products. Now I do want to add, when I ordered the welcome set on Instagram and even on the website, it showed that the welcome set comes with a free mini serum. And when I had placed the order and checked the order confirmation email that was sent to me, I didn't see the free mini serum in there. So I don't see 5 products in here. I see these 3 and then this, which is the blush. So I'm thinking I didn't get the mini serum because it didn't show on my email confirmation. I'm too busy. I don't have the time, and I'm not really going to bother to question it. Just something to note that if you don't get it, I didn't get it. So I don't know if everyone's got it, or maybe it was just maybe a day or two when they released and they ran out. I have no idea, but I didn't get the mini serum. The welcome set comes with 3 products and a brush, and it says here brush number 1. Here is the brush. It looks like a really nice short dense brush. It's very soft. So I'll try this out. I'll try the products out with this today. And then you get 3 makeup products and you can choose the different shades. So obviously the complexion stick, which is called the Minimalist, you choose the complexion that you have. I'm terrible at shade matching online. I did my best to see from the pictures what I would be. So we'll find out in a few minutes whether I did a good job finding my right shade match. I got it in the shade Ballwood. And then the other 2 products you can choose the shades from is the Bronze Balm. There's like 4 shades that you can choose from. And then the Flush Balm, which I think is like a blush. It says here cheek color, but I think you can use it on the lips as well. So there's quite a few shades that you can choose from for this. And there's a few shades for the Bronze Balm that you can choose from. This is the Minimalist Complexion Stick. And like I said, I got the shade Ballwood, which I'm really hoping that it's the right shade. I don't think so. This is way too light for me, but let's blend it out and see. Yeah, it might work actually because it's winter time now. I'll try it out and see if it works on my face, because my face is getting a bit lighter than my hands because it's becoming winter now. Then we have the Bronze Balm, and I got the shade Sen, which was not the darkest one, the second to darkest shade. This actually doesn't look like a bronzer. This looks like maybe my shade, but a little bit golden, but I think it will work as a bronzer. Maybe I can use these 2 to kind of even them out. because you can't really see much there. And then for the Flush Balm, I chose the shade Persimmon because it's a very nice, like, orangey red shade, which I think is my kind of blush for every day. Yeah, this looks pretty. This looks like a nice natural blush for an everyday look. These are the 3 products that I chose, and then you get the brush as the welcome set. And like I said, I didn't get the mini serum for free. Don't know why. I'm gonna test the complexion stick, which is quite yellow, so let's see how it goes. I don't know if this is gonna work for me, but I'm really bad at finding a shade for myself online anyway. It blended out nicely. Let me do one side of my face and then I'll compare it to the other, because I believe this is meant to be like a very natural look, so you're not going to see a lot of coverage from what I understand the product to be. But this is definitely a shade too light for me. It actually looks quite nice. It looks a little bit yellow and bright, but maybe I can correct that with the bronzer. So let me try this side of my face, because you can see my face is a bit more golden, my natural skin tone, and this is quite yellow. But let's see if I can neutralize that with the bronzer. The brush works quite well to blend everything. It's very sheer coverage, but it did manage to neutralize the red under my nose, which is quite nice. I'll have to use a little bit more under my eyes, just because I've got a bit of darkness there. And this is yellow, it's not very peach, so it's not going to work the best for my under eye, but let's see. Yeah, so I will need a bit of a peachy tone for this under eye of mine, just because the yellow tends to look a little bit gray under my eyes. So it looks just a tiny bit gray. I prefer a peachy one. So I mean, I can make this work for the rest of my face. Neck looks a little bit warmer though. Let's see if I can fix that with the bronzer, but this definitely doesn't work the best for under my eye. I need something peachy. This is the bronzer in Sen, and this is pretty much my skin tone. It has just a tiny bit of golden tone to it, which, I mean, it will work as a bronzer for me, but I'm gonna have to put quite a bit of product on. You can see there, you can see where the yellow is and then where this is. So I mean, it works very well as a bronzer. Yeah, I wonder if the shade darker might be better for me though. I don't know. Let's blend this out. If you do hear some snoring, which you might, my little Snoopy, she is fast asleep next to me. Okay, I really like this bronzer. This bronzer shade is my actual shade. I'm just gonna put some all over Yeah. I feel like the bronzer worked very well to make my face match my neck. I love the glow that you get from this though. I'm gonna see if I can put some on my eye. I don't know if it's meant for this, but I just want to see if I'll even out my eyelids a little bit. It's a very sheer product though, so it might not be able to even out my pigmented lids. I did a bit of a good job. I should add one more thing. My left eye is a little bit red because my allergies are starting up again. So that's got nothing to do with the product. That's just my allergies. I really like how this turned out, the complexion stick and the bronzer. I would like to try a deeper shade in the complexion stick and one shade deeper in the bronzer, but at the moment I can make these two work and it looks lovely on my skin. Now for the blush, and this looks very easy to use, I'm just going to put it on my cheek like this, and then maybe put a little bit up here. And I wonder if I can put this on my lips. I actually have a balm on my lips at the moment. Let me just add to it. That's actually very pretty. I'm going to use the same brush just to blend out the blush. Brush and blush is very hard for me to say. I'm just trying to get this hair out of my eye. There we go. Okay, I don't need to blend this out too much because you can see it's very sheer, easy to use blush formula, and it's a blush that I like because I like this sheer flash of color. I don't like a strong blush, and I also like that it's really glowy. There we go. And this is my finished look. I think with these three products, I can actually achieve a 5-minute face. I'm not too worried about my eyes. Maybe I might add a mascara on a normal day and brush out my brows. But I use glasses anyway, and for kind of like my everyday, when I'm not in the mood to wear makeup, but I just want to look presentable at work, if I get a call or something. This seems very easy to do in the morning. And I honestly think this would actually take me 5 minutes because I've tried a lot of 5-minute face makeups before. I can never get to 5 minutes. The quickest I can be is about 7 minutes to do my whole face. But with this, and obviously with not doing my eye makeup, maybe just putting a little bit of bronzer on my eyelid, I think I'll be able to do maybe less than 5 minutes. I'll test it out another time. I like how this look turned out. I'll come in closer one more time. I'm very impressed, my first impressions. I always struggle shade matching online, but I managed to make it work with the bronzer. And actually, I quite like that this bronzer is not deeper than what I expected it to be. Because if I look at myself from this distance and I look at my face and my neck, they match, and the bronzer worked that in. So I did get a small amount of coverage on my face. I used quite a bit of the stick though, but I did get some coverage. The only thing that I would probably need to do is put a little bit of peachy concealer under my eyes, I think. Except for that, I love this look. I love how it turned out. Let me put my glasses on to see what I look like. And with my glasses, this looks perfect. This looks like a perfect, quick, everyday makeup look that I can use for work. And it's glowy. I like glowy because I have dry skin. Um, I love the blush. I absolutely love the formula of this blush because I like this like flush of color. I'm sure you can build it up, but this is what I'm comfortable with. So this is where I'm going to keep my blush. Bronzer and complexion stick work very well together to get my face to look like my neck. So I'm happy about that. I think for now, I'm not going to get a different shade on the complexion stick. I'm going to keep using these two, the complexion stick with the bronzer, and see how I go. Especially since I'm heading towards the winter months, I am going to lose some of this color on my skin anyway. So I think this shade might work well for me with the bronzer in winter. But I'll keep testing that out. But for a first impression, I'm very impressed and I'm very happy because I quite like this quick, minimal makeup approach. For every day, this is something that I think I will definitely be using and trying out more often. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will leave a link to the welcome set in the description box. And if you do use it, I hope for your sake that you get the mini serum. I'm not going to bother questioning it because I just don't have the time and I have to get back to work. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and please subscribe if you'd like to see more beauty content from me. I hope that you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.